Wait, why does this kind of feel like the, you know, the documentary meme that's going around? Wait, hold on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, that was probably just really weird. Anyway, in today's video, we are not filming a documentary. We are filming a Q&A. I love Q&As because it means I just get to sit here and talk about myself, which is really fun. Like, I don't know, being asked random questions is great. Anyway, I got some really nice feedback on my last video that I did, so I'm glad that you guys enjoyed that. And if you haven't seen it, I've only posted 2 videos, so I'm sure you'll find it. But anyway, I put out on my Instagram story last week that I wanted to do a Q&A, so anybody who responded to that story, I'll be answering your questions in this video. There's not really much else I can say apart from it's just a Q&A. First question, do you have a Vinted? Yeah, I do. It's quid pro quo 777. If anybody is interested in any items that I put on there, if you send me a message on Vinted and tell me that you've come from like this video or any of my previous videos, whatever, I'll definitely do you a discount. Okay, question number 2, and this is from Lizzie. Do any of your tattoos have meanings? Yeah, literally every single one of my tattoos do. I don't talk about my tattoos much because I've had some of my tattoos since I was like 19 years old. They don't all feel representative of me, and this is something that I do struggle with quite a lot. I will do a tattoo tour at some point in the future. I really want to do that. I want to get a lot more before I do that because the ones that I currently have, I love them. They're a part of me. If I could go back, would I maybe have not gotten some of them? Yes. I mean, I can go through some of them very like briefly. I was going to start with this one, but this one's actually a SpongeBob, you know, like the flowers in the bikini bottom in the sky. But it means a lot to me because I grew up watching SpongeBob. SpongeBob was a huge part of my life. I love SpongeBob now. Happy to Be Here is a song by Modson. It's always just a reminder that like no matter what situation I'm in, I live a nice life and I should be happy to be there. I've got this carry bag on my arm. It's got a smiley face in it and it says Pursuit of Happiness. It's the song by Kid Cudi. I'm a Kid Cudi fan, as you can see. Carry bag for me is kind of like a symbol of fragility in human life. You quite often see it as a reference in the films sometimes. And there's a film on Netflix called Intergalactic. I'm not sure if it was written by Kid Cudi or if he like produced it or like whatever, but like there's a scene, one of the main characters is like riding on a bike and he has 2 carrier bags hanging off the handles with smiley faces, and that just kind of solidified for me like, yes, I want to get this tattoo. There's also another animated film called The Brown Dog, and it's a really short film and it kind of explores the human experience and the feeling of like isolation, almost like the search for human connection. The carry bag is also used as a symbol in that, kind of combine the two together and got my favorite song written on it. I actually have a huge tattoo here from The Brown Dog. I'll see if I can put some pictures on. There's many more tattoos that I want to get. My new project at the minute, I'm going to try and draw the rest of my tattoos that I want to get. Next question, the best tops for masks? Me. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sure my girlfriend would disagree. Buy tops, if you mean t-shirts, I'm presuming. I tend to lean more towards like streetwear brands, if you can call them that. I am usually a men's extra small. I like Mutimer. I think Mutimer do really good, like high quality t-shirts, and extra small always fits me perfectly. Colt, obviously I'll always talk about Colt. I love Colt so much. Their t-shirts are fantastic. I have like pretty much nearly every one of their t-shirts. I get a small in them. They're lovely and they're not expensive either. Like I think they're really affordable. Carhartt, but the women's section. Carhartt men's, nothing fits me in Carhartt men's, but Carhartt women's is so good, and I think it's really slept on, particularly in the community, because I feel like we tend to like lean towards buying men's clothing, and sometimes it's easy to forget that actually some brands do really good women's clothing. Carhartt women's is so good. I get them in an extra small and small, super good. Now I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I know that like in some of my videos, like I do talk about fast fashion brands, like I talk about Uniqlo. I do try and balance the amount of fast fashion I have in my wardrobe, but if you are going to shop fast fashion, I really recommend this t-shirt that I'm wearing. Actually, I have this in white as well. It's a kids Uniqlo t-shirt. They're kids Airism t-shirts. This is an age 11 to 12 and I'm 5'10", and it is such a flattering fit. Next question, why do you keep having OCD if it's ruining your life? Rachel, you're getting blocked. What are your favorite accessories to elevate a boring outfit? Ooh, do you know what? The majority of my outfits are boring and I rely on my accessories just to make them look a little bit better. Obviously, I'm going to say carabiners. I just love that they're an accessory that is also like convenient. Like I just like being able to pop off my keys when I need them, and you can customize them, add your own like keychains and stuff. I mean, jewelry, it goes without saying, I guess, but like I do love jewelry. I'm very like simplistic with my jewelry. I tend to just wear the same watch nearly every day, the same ring. I want more rings, to be honest, but I just can't afford more rings. I'm very, very picky as well with rings. Like they have to be super unique or I'm not interested. I don't see jean chains as much anymore, and I don't know if that's just because they're dead head, but I don't care about things like that. Like I really like jean chains. I only have one jean chain. To be honest, it's not very good. Like it's too short. I think if you're wearing like a more formal outfit, sometimes like some jean chains on a pair of like suit trousers can just look really nice just to separate the colors, especially if you're wearing all black as well. I think something like jean chains is great. Ties, again, formal outfits, but like cool ties. Here's one I prepared earlier. How cool is that? Like it's got carabiners printed on it. Like it's so sick. That tie is custom made by Star Stitches by Jess. Oh, you know what? Sometimes a bag as well. Like sometimes if I'm wearing a really boring fit, sometimes just like a nice bag just makes it better. I'm not really a massive accessory person. I wish I was, but I don't think I carry lots of accessories very well. Like I don't carry chunky jewelry very well. Something that really deeply upsets me, and this might sound so stupid, but I look so stupid in a hat. If you're watching this and you can pull off a hat, I am so jealous of you. Oh, and the person who asked that, thank you for saying that you love my content. I really appreciate that. Okay, next question. Can I take you out? We are already together. That was from my girlfriend, by the way. I mean, you could take me out if you went a million miles away. Long distance relationships. Anyway, next question. This is from Lara. Tips for mask jewelry. I guess I just kind of touched on that a little bit. I just don't like plain jewelry. If this is the kind of stuff you wear, like, I'm not saying that it doesn't look good. It's just not for me. My ring, for example, can't see it, but it matches my necklace. I think it's an Australian brand owned by a husband and a wife. They're called Lost Amigo. One of my favorite jewelry companies is probably Rat Betty. They're a sustainable jewelry brand. They make really unique jewelry. This flower necklace is from there. I have like a carrier bag necklace, which is like pretty much the same as this with a smiley face on it. I've got quite a lot of their stuff. Also, another one of my favorite jewelry brands is called Alex Monroe. Again, they make really unique necklaces and stuff. If you're a fan of nature, they're like very naturey vibes. Pretty much all my watches are from Casio. I love Casio watches because they're just cheap. As for carabiners, my carabiner that I wear every single day pretty much, it's actually from Etsy. It's a custom carabiner with horses engraved into it, and I think that's just so cool. 2Js are a really cool jewelry brand. I don't actually own any of their jewelry, but I wish I did. Anyway, next question. This is from Alyssa. Oh, thank you, Alyssa, for asking me a question. You're great. When did you first become interested in fashion? When I was a young kid, I always liked quite out there shoes. I think shoes were kind of my gateway into fashion. I think I had like 10 pairs of Converse at one point, and they were all really like random designs, like pearlescent ones, like leopard print ones, British Knights as well. I don't know if this is just such like a working class experience. My granddad or my dad would like take me to Sports Direct, and it would be like a treat. I'd be able to pick out like a pair of shoes, and I would always just gravitate towards British Knights. And if you haven't seen them, they're like chunky, like they're just like chavvy high top shoes. I was a very insecure kid, very insecure about my parents, and I felt like the only thing that I could really control was the clothes that I was wearing to make me feel better and look better. And I started to really develop like a bit of a appreciation for like hypebeast culture. I feel like that's just like a classic like gateway into fashion. I used to just constantly research brands. I was so like fascinated by like Supreme, Palace, Stussy, etc. Definitely grown a lot since then, and that kind of stuff doesn't fascinate me anymore. And I think it's because I just thought that it would make me feel cooler and more unique. I didn't really feel like I fit in with girls at school growing up. I always looked different, I acted different. Always liked really like vibrant shoes, windbreakers. I had such an obsession with windbreakers, like really like out there, colourful windbreakers. So yeah, I'd say probably shoes, and then just having access to Instagram and like hypebeast culture. Yeah, I think that kind of summarizes it. Okay, next question from Esme. When did you realize you were queer, and when did you start discovering your style? I guess I just kind of answered the whole style thing to an extent, but when I realized I was queer, I'd say I started to realize I was queer when I was about 19 years old. Very late to kind of realizing that. It's something that I never thought when I was a kid or, you know, a young teenager. I'm gonna like out myself before I ever get cancelled in the future. I grew up in a very small conservative working class town. I was kind of homophobic when I was a kid. A lot of that I feel like maybe was internalized homophobia and just anger towards myself. I always liked men growing up, kind of left college, and I was just doing a lot of thinking. Like I had a lot of time to myself. My journey's definitely not been linear or easy at all. I was so scared of being gay. Thought maybe if I don't think about it, it won't be true. And I'd never felt so confused for like a whole year. A lot of that also was rooted in like this need for certainty. Like, am I a lesbian? Like, am I bisexual? Like, am I pansexual? Like, what's the vibe? Now, I still do struggle with to an extent, especially because there's just so much discourse online around labels. But nowadays, I just don't care. I just am queer. I don't care. I don't know how else to explain that. Like, I just exist. I'm in love with my girlfriend. That's all that really matters to me. I just don't like putting myself into a box because I feel like sometimes when you do put yourself into a box, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. Also, I just saw your comment, Esme, saying that your page has helped me so much to find a sense of style as a mask. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay, last question. How did you find your style as a lesbian trying to find her style? I don't feel like I have found my style, if I'm honest. I don't think having a niche or a style is a thing. I think wearing clothes that feel true to you and make you feel good, that's important. There are so many styles out there that I absolutely love, but then if I wore them, would I feel good? Probably not. I just like clothes. Like, I just like clothes that speak to me, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I could probably like pair that with something that's in my wardrobe. I feel like there are definitely styles that I lean more towards. Like in winter, I feel like I really like workwear styles. Like I have so many workwear jackets. They're all there. I also take a lot of inspiration from Japanese kind of streetwear, and I lived in Sweden for a year, and that was like such a kick up the ass to just like sort my style out. Honestly, I don't even know how I had friends. Like my style was awful in Sweden. But I had a lot of French friends, and they just effortlessly look so good all the time. I think seeing that subconsciously every day, I was like, I need to sort myself out. I don't know, in summer I feel like I just wear like jorts and a t-shirt. Like summer fashion's not for me, I'm not gonna lie. I think autumn is like my favorite time. I'm trying to experiment a bit more with my summer fashion. Like I really want to try and make it a bit more formal. I don't know, just keep experimenting. Pinterest is your best friend. I have a Pinterest board for every occasion. Buy stuff off Vinted. Yeah, I hope that was helpful. I feel like it probably wasn't. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for those questions. I'm really grateful just to have even had one question. Like that means a lot to me. If anyone has any more questions, I'm very happy to answer anything in the comment section as well. Anyway, that's it from me. I hope everyone is having, I'm gonna say a lovely weekend. What day is it? Wednesday. I hope everyone's having a lovely week, and I'll catch you in my next video.